Once again, thank you, our lovely viewers, for joining us on TV47 exclusive. Today we have a major topic of interest and we shall guide you through it. Somaliland is on the brink of a humanitarian disaster as a relentless drought deepens the region's water crisis, threatening both lives and livelihoods. With outdated infrastructure straining to meet the demands of a fast-growing population, people are already affected, a figure that could rise if urgent action is not taken. In an exclusive interview, Adan Abdallah, Director General in Somaliland's Ministry of Water Development, issues a stark appeal to the international community, urging global partners such as the World Bank to step in with emergency aid and long-term investment before the crisis spirals further out of control. Welcome, Mr. Director.
Thank you so much for having me this interview.
You're most welcome. So I will go to the first question. So despite its lack of international recognition, what significant achievements has Somaliland made in the past 34 years?
Although Somaliland is not officially recognized by other countries, it has made great progress over the past 34 years. And it has maintained peace and stability, built what you call a working democratic system with regular elections, and developed strong government institutions. The country has also improved its roads, schools, and hospitals, while supporting a growing business sector, especially or particularly in livestock trade and telecommunications. And also, these successes, have been achieved through unity, local decision making, and a strong spirit of self-reliance. I'm also very, very proud to highlight the good and visionary leadership of our current president, Dr. Abdulrahman Irro, whose extensive experience in diplomacy, continues to strengthen Somaliland's voice on the international stage. I can say Somaliland is indeed a reality on the ground.
Oh, thank you so much, Mr. Director, for that great background. So to the question just related to that, can you briefly explain the current water scarcity situation in Somaliland, particularly in rural areas?
Yes, that's a very good question. Somaliland is facing severe water scarcity, especially in rural regions. Over 80% of the rural population lacks access to clean drinking water. Due to climate change, rainfall has become unpredictable, and droughts are more frequent. Traditional water sources like barricades and ponds dry up quickly, and the limited number of deep boreholes cannot meet rising demand. By the way, water quality is also a major concern in rural areas where physically contaminated surface water and the lack of monitoring systems pose significant risk. Scientifically, 2/3 of groundwater resources are affected by salinity or brackish conditions. And the main cause of this problem is the impact of the climate change. And also, Somaliland, one of the countries who are now facing with what you call climate change challenge.
Oh yeah. Okay, so what is the government's overall policy and strategic direction for addressing water issues in Somaliland?
The government role is clear. The government also prioritizes water security as part of its national development agenda. Our policy is focused on 3 pillars: increasing access through infrastructure development, enhancing sustainability through community-led water management, and what you call improving resilience through climate-adaptive water systems. We also emphasize partnerships with international organizations to fund long-term projects like boreholes, dams, and desalination. Let me give you an example. You know, when we came into the office as a new government after the election in this year, one of our top priorities was the water sector. That's the good news. So based on that commitment, the Ministry of Water, within the first 100 days, we implemented more than 15 boreholes and 6 Hafir dams. The goal and vision of the government and the Wadani party is to ensure that every citizen of Somaliland has access to clean and sufficient water.
Oh, amazing. Those are some of the great developments you have done so far. So what role does the ministry play in managing and developing water resources?
Thank you so much for that question. The ministry leads the planning, implementation, and regulations of all water-related projects. So we conduct assessments, develop water infrastructure, monitor water quality, and coordinate with water stakeholders and NGOs. As a government, as a Minister of Water, we also provide technical support and guidance to ensure equitable and sustainable access to water all the country.
Oh, that's amazing. So what were the key findings from your recent nationwide field assessment?
First, that assessment was very significant for our minister or for our country. Our assessment particularly revealed that many communities are relying on seasonal and unprotected water sources. For example, the 6 main boreholes in the Haud Plateau are not sufficient, and many barcades and Hafir dams are either damaged or poorly constructed. We also identified urgent needs in over 80 villages and gathered data to prioritize future interventions.
Mm-hmm. So a question related to what you've just explained. So how does water scarcity affect livelihoods, especially in pastoral and agro-pastoral communities?
Yes, water scarcity directly threatens both human survival and the economy. Mm-hmm. Over 65 to 70% of Somaliland's population depends on livestock. Mm-hmm. So when water is unavailable, animals die, food production stops, and families are forced to migrate. We believe that this not only causes humanitarian issues, but also undermines national stability and development. Therefore, the government, with the support of the international community, we will, inshallah ta'ala, do everything possible to reduce that huge number.
Mm-hmm. And on the types of water infrastructure, what types of water infrastructure is the ministry investing in to solve these problems?
Thank you so much. Basically, we are focusing on the drilling deep boreholes, building Hafir and graffiti dams, rehabilitating non-functional barcades, and introducing desalination units in saline areas. Mm-hmm. We also, plan to develop the pilot water systems in selected villages. We realize that these efforts aim to provide both emergency relief and long-term sustainability.
Mm-hmm. So how are communities involved in the planning and management of these water projects?
Yes, that's a very good question. Community involvement or community engagement is central to our strategy. During our field visits, for example, communities pledge labor, local materials, and governance support. We work with local elders, water committees, governors, and local governments, mayors, to ensure each project is maintained and fairly used. This ownership, helps ensure the sustainability of our interventions.
Thank you so much, Mr. Director, for sharing that insightful whole process on Somaliland and everything. So maybe when we are concluding, I would ask, what message would you like to send to international donors and development partners out there?
Thank you so much for this question. First, I want to sincerely commend the people of Somaliland for their incredible spirit of unity, self-reliance, and mutual support in the face of recurring droughts and severe water shortages. Communities have demonstrated resilience, often sharing limited water and resources with one another, even during the hardest times. So I would also like to acknowledge the strong leadership of the Somaliland government under His Excellency Dr. Abdurrahman Mohamed Abdullahi, whose commitment to national development has placed water security as a top priority. Under his leadership, we have expanded field assessments, initiated key water infrastructure projects, and allocated significant government resources, covering up 70% of project costs. Secondly, to our valued international partners, including the World Bank and other water stakeholders, we deeply appreciate your ongoing collaboration with the Ministry of Water Development. Projects such as those under Groundwater for Resilience initiative are already making a tangible difference in our communities. With your support, with your continued support, we can expand safe and sustainable water access. Again, with your support, we can provide life-saving water infrastructure project, and build climate resilience all the country.
Wow, this is really amazing, and we hope the donors out there have got to hear what you are saying and take the necessary actions. Thank you so much, Mr. Director, for this insightful session. Thank you so much for joining us, and maybe you can just say bye to our viewers.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
You're welcome.